Welcome to October. Did I say that right? October? Yeah, up and October pushed together, and you end up with Uptober. That's for some traders who believe October is that magical month, if you will, where we see prices go higher. Well, already on Wall Street, we've got a couple of all-time record highs in both the Nasdaq and the S&P. We're pushing some 7-week highs over in Bitcoin. We're moving towards all-time highs in gold, could be there soon with silver. So we're seeing some of that happen. What about the corn market? Are we seeing any of this in our commodities? And the answer right now is no, not really. But 416 and a half on the December corn contract is quite a bit higher than we thought we might be prior to, well, about 24 hours ago, right? Soybeans 3.5 higher, 1016 and a half. We're watching the wheat market also move higher, up 4.25, 513 and a half. Hard red up 2 3/4, 498 and a quarter, and spring wheat higher as well. He's the vice president for Zaner Ag Hedge in Chicago, Ted Seifried. All right, Ted, that was kind of a little Christmas gift early, was it not, yesterday from President Trump?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, we knew he was going to sit down with President Xi in 4 weeks at the summit in South Korea. But yesterday was the first time he has explicitly mentioned soybeans and his intention to get China to buy U.S. soybeans and in a big way. So, yeah, that gave us a big outside reversal higher day in soybeans. Um, like, Tony, I'm not exactly sure 4 weeks from now if we were to get China to agree to buy some soybeans. I mean, it's getting really late in our window. I don't know if that really fixes the problem that we've been having to this point, but that's the most positive thing we've heard so far about China and soybeans. And so you get this outside reversal higher day, and you do it in a climate where we have a government shutdown. So there was no export sales today. There will be no crop progress on Monday. There will be no October WASDE report. And generally speaking, when we have government shutdowns and that leaves a whole lot of uncertainty in the markets, well, we tend to drift higher. At least that's what we did last time. And it does offer an opportunity for the market to say, hey, China might be here buying. They might be using this as an opportunity to not make waves in the market, not push the prices sharply higher, and still come in and buy some soybeans at some reasonable prices. That didn't happen last time. We thought the same thing last time, but it didn't happen last time. That's not to say that it wouldn't happen this time. So, yeah, for a number of reasons, we've had this outside reversal higher day yesterday in the soybeans. We are following through to the upside, albeit limited so far here today. But by the way, Tony, the last couple of times we've had these outside reversal high days after making a new recent low in soybeans, the average has been about a 60-cent rally. So are we going to see something like that here again? Again, fundamentally, I'm a little bit skeptical about that, but I am also I'm going to say, like you said, October, which is very cute, by the way. This is the sort of time frame and the opportunity and the climate with the government shutdown to do something like that. So I'm curious. I'm watching it very closely to see if we can extend to the upside here at this point.
All right, speaking of extending on the upside, is there more room for cattle to move higher? It's a conversation we'll pick up in just a moment. This is Market Day Report. I was looking at our CME cattle index yesterday, down 228, 365.33. CME lean hog index down a nickel at 104.73. And we're watching box beef kind of pull back as well. How does that factor into the trade? Let's go live cattle futures right now, and we're lower, but we're off of the lows of the day. So the December has been as low as 232.45, and we're nearly, $2 off of that at 234.30. Still 20 cents in the red, but we're coming off of the day's lows. So maybe we've hit the low, and now we're running back up to the top. Look at the feeders. November trades at 355.50. Now that's 70 cents off of the day's high. It's still in the red, down 217. But it just shows we've been in the red all day long. So maybe there's room to run this higher. Hogs are trying to break a 3-day losing streak. and that October contract at 98.47, now 98.45 is up a couple of pennies, but a long way from the contract high we made, 4 sessions ago? Ted Seifried's with Zaner Ag Hedge. We went to break, and I just asked, is there room to rally here? What are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, look, welcome to Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. It has been a pretty crazy last couple days, couple months, I guess. But I mean, look at feeder cattle the last 2 days, right? We've got an over $10 range in 2 sessions. Yesterday, we started sharply higher, only to fade and ended up closing lower on the day. Then today, we gapped lower. We were down sharply. We're now almost $4 off the lows in the feeder cattle and headed back potentially to unchanged. Like you said, we're not too far off the high, and we're certainly well off the lows. So I don't know. A lot of uncertainty, a lot of question marks as far as how government shutdowns affects the cattle complex, the border. I mean, look, there's a lot of question marks in a lot of these markets, but the cattle complex is also one of them. I got to go back to the chart and say, hey, we could be putting in a bull flag on a chart right now. It is a consolidation period. It is. I think it's coiling for something, and the volatility we've seen for the last 2 days is definitely suggesting that we've got some energy here. The question is which way. I think there are a lot of people that would want to make the argument that we should see the seasonal bigger correction, the seasonal decline. That could happen, but as you were mentioning earlier with the October commentary, stock market remains very, very strong. Do we have reason to believe that the domestic buyer is going to really slow down their purchases or look for cheaper alternatives? And I'm not really getting that feeling at the moment, Tony. So I don't know. I get the feeling that there might be another shot back up towards those highs. If we make new ones or not, that's a good question. But if we do, I think that signals another leg higher, and who knows where this could go.
All right, Ted Seifried's with Zaner Ag Hedge. Great to see you, Ted.